Hey girls, happy weekend. Finally, we made it to the weekend, and tonight is my annual girls' night ornament exchange. And these are girls I've known forever. I've known them since middle school. So I thought about what to make for dessert. I'm making a huge dinner for everybody. They wanted Middle Eastern, but for dessert, I'm gonna make some brownies, and they're called Lunch Lady Brownies. And I think back to the days in school with these girls when we'd spend our lunches in the cafeteria, and I am making these brownies. These will blow your mind, and they're super easy. So to make the brownie itself, once you make these, you'll never go back to a boxed brownie like ever, okay? So for the first thing, you're gonna need a whole cup of melted butter. You're gonna melt your butter in the microwave. And if there's little pieces, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. It's not a big deal. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, and then you're gonna add to that a half a cup of cocoa powder. Just a half a cup of cocoa powder. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there. And once you make these brownies, I promise you, you'll never buy box brownies, because these are so good. Ava's filming. Ava, how good are these brownies?
Nummy.
Nummy. Okay. So I'm going to mix that 1 cup of melted butter and that half a cup of cocoa powder together. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of just white sugar. I know that's a lot of sugar, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, so I'm going to mix in the 2 cups of sugar with that. You can see how chocolatey it is, and wait till you see the frosting. We're going to do the frosting in the second part of the video that you're going to do on this. And I promise you, you're going to be addicted. Okay, so I stirred that in. Now I'm going to add 4 eggs. The whole egg, okay? I'm going to add 4 whole eggs. My girlfriends are going to love these. Okay. They cook for about 25 to 30 minutes in an oven at 350 degrees. So my oven's preheated to 350. Okay, and I'm just going to stir in the egg now. Okay. Such a good, comforting, rich chocolate dessert. You know what would really throw this over the top is once you do these brownies, add a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Holy heck. All right, so I mixed in the egg. You can see how fudgy and gooey and amazing it looks. Now I'm gonna add 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 4 teaspoons. Oops. Okay, make sure I have the right thing. We're gonna add 4 teaspoons of that. 4. And now I need to add 2 cups of white flour to this. After I stir in the vanilla, I'm going to grab my flour and I'm going to add 2 cups of white flour. Okay, I have a cup, baby. Thank you, honey. All right, so just 2 cups of white flour. 1. And it's going to be a little bit thick and hard to stir because the brownies are really thick when you go to pour them in the pan. I think I get more flour on me than I ever do in whatever recipe I'm making. Okay, so now you're just going to use your whisk and gently fold in the flour. I end up using a spatula just to kind of get it all blended in, but once I kind of mix in the flour. So what you're going to do is once you get all that mixed in, you're gonna pour it into a 9x13 pan that you have already sprayed with cooking spray. Okay, just a 9x13 is all you need. Let me try this. And mix your flour in there. I got more flour on the counter, but that's okay. It kind of takes a second to get it all blended in. And you can see that it's a really thick consistency. And this is going to take, like I said, about 25 to 30 minutes in a 350 degree oven. And the way you're going to test it to see if it's cooked through is take a toothpick, put it in the center of the brownie. If the toothpick comes out clean, your brownies are cooked through and you can take them out of the oven. Almost done mixing these together. You can see, like, when you go to pour them, see how thick that is? It's like a really thick batter. Just like if you bought a boxed thing of brownie mix, it would be thick when you add all your ingredients. That's exactly how you want it to look. And you don't need to over mix it, over stir it. It just takes a second to kind of make sure all that flour and everything is mixed in there fairly well. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that is. Now I'm gonna take my 9x13 pan, okay? And I'm just gonna use my spatula and hopefully not spill it everywhere. Thanks, Ave. Ava's saving me from getting my camera light down here. Okay, I am pressed for time, and this is a really quick dessert, okay? It only takes like 30 minutes of your time. All right, now you see how they came out kind of thick? I'm just gonna use my spatula and spread them into the pan. I think that was like 5 ingredients, right? 5 ingredients, something like that. Really simple. All right, into the pan. Okay, kind of make sure that you spread them even because you want it to cook even. You don't want one side like thinner or thicker, you know what I'm saying? Because that side's gonna cook quicker, and you wanna kind of make sure that you're getting them somewhat spread out evenly. It might take you a second. There we go. I promise you, you are gonna be messaging me about these brownies and thanking me. My waistline doesn't thank me, but I enjoy every second. Okay, so now I just kind of give the pan a good shake, and that helps it kind of even out, okay? And now, thanks, Ave, I'm gonna put them in my 350-degree oven, set the timer for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna let them cool for about 5 minutes, and while it's still warm, we're gonna make the icing and pour the icing over the top. You guys are gonna love these. We'll be back. The brownies have been cooking for just about 30 minutes. It came out really nice. You can see I put the knife in it. It came out clean, and that let me know that they were cooked through. And now we're gonna make the icing. And the icing is what makes these things so magical and takes them to the next level. So while they're cooling, you want them to still be a little bit warm when you put the icing on the top. So I almost started to make it without you guys, and then I remembered I had to show you. So I did a 1/4 cup of softened butter in there, and now I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of milk. I use fat-free, I guess it doesn't really matter. So this is a 1/4 cup I'm gonna put in. Okay, we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of that. We need a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Oh, and it's not, you'd think it's too chocolatey, but it's not. It's like so amazing, you guys. Okay, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. I have my little thing here so I don't forget. And now you need 3 cups of powdered sugar, of confectioner sugar. So we're gonna measure out 3 cups. Super easy icing, right? And I always make a huge mess. You guys know me by now. I make a huge mess whenever I measure. There's 1. I'm gonna have to open another bag of powdered sugar probably. I'm gonna get 2 cups here. All right, there's 2. My company will be here in less than an hour, and I'm still working on dessert. Okay, 1 more cup of powdered sugar. There we go. The girls can't wait for the brownies. They say they smell really, really good. All right, we're gonna measure. Hold on, I got a big mess happening here because I didn't cut that corner all the way off. 1 second, girls. I'm gonna get it all over the place. All right, I'm gonna do 1 more cup. Thanks, Abe. 1 more cup. I should have cut that end all the way off of powdered sugar. And the fact that I'm rushing now probably doesn't really help. Okay, and I'm just gonna stir it all together, and it's gonna make this amazing, delicious icing that you're gonna pour right over the top of the brownies. And then you're gonna allow them to cool. And by the time we're done eating dinner and everything, these will be at just the right temperature. The icing will have cooled and hardened on top of the brownies, and it just looks like it's gonna be so good. It will soften up as I go here. The butter's just gotta get mixed into it. You can pause while I do it, Ave, maybe, and I'll come back and show them when it's all done here. All right, I just didn't want to make you sit and watch while I stirred that icing because it takes a second. You can see it's got like a nice consistency to it. And all I'm going to do is set this on the side for a few minutes and allow the brownies to cool just slightly more. You want to wait till they're just warm to the touch and then put your icing on it. And then you'll allow them to sit and cool before serving. So we'll pause for a few minutes until the brownies are cool enough, and then we'll show you what we do. Be right back. Okay, they're cooled enough. They're just warm to the touch. So now I'm gonna take that yummy, yummy icing. Oh, you guys, Ava's already dying to lick the spoon. It's good, right, Ave?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. We're gonna spread it onto the brownie. That's good enough. That's a lot of icing, right? But I promise you it makes them so good. And now I'm just gonna take the spatula and spread it along the brownies, and it's going to look like it's melting on the brownie, and that's what you want. You can see like where it looks like it's kind of remelting, and I'm just going to spread them out, and then you're just going to allow them to cool, and that's it. And then you can serve them. You can either throw them in the fridge for a little bit or just leave them on the countertop until the icing sets, and that's it, you guys. Lunch lady brownies. Look at, there's a little extra on this one. So good. Avi wants it. I'll save it for you, babe. And that's it, girls. Lunch lady brownies. We're gonna let them set, and then we're gonna dig in, and I'll post a picture below. I love you guys. I hope you'll make the recipe instead of buying a boxed brownie. It really doesn't take that much effort, and they're so good. So I love you, Awafi, and I'll see you later.